The diplomatic stage is set for a historic showdown between the Nigerian presidency and the international legal community, as a 30-day countdown has officially begun for the release of the IPOB leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This high-stakes legal offensive was launched yesterday, April 14, 2026, when a consortium of elite international lawyers operating under the Pan-African Forum Limited and Associates served a formal pre-litigation notice directly to the administration of President Bola Tinubu. This is not just another legal plea. It is a calculated strike aimed at the heart of Nigeria's international reputation. The lawyers have made it crystal clear that if the federal government fails to comply with long-standing United Nations directives within this 30-day window, they will immediately initiate enforcement proceedings within the courts of London, United Kingdom. The core of this crisis lies in a 17-page binding opinion from the UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention, which has been gathering dust since 2022. This document explicitly labeled the 2021 abduction and rendition of Kanu from Kenya as a violation of international law and mandated his immediate, unconditional release along with a robust package of financial compensation. By choosing London as their battleground, these legal experts are bypassing the domestic hurdles of the Nigerian judicial system and moving the case to a jurisdiction that holds massive weight over Nigeria's global financial and diplomatic interests. They argue that Nigeria, as a committed signatory to the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, cannot simply ignore its treaty obligations because of a change in leadership. The notice served to the presidency emphasizes that while the previous administration of the late Muhammadu Buhari initiated the defiance, the legal liability has now fully matured and rests squarely on President Tinubu's shoulders. The lawyers are characterizing the ongoing imprisonment of Kanu, who was sentenced to life in November 2025, as a continuous breach of international law that exposes the Nigerian state to significant external litigation. This move is designed to force a political solution by making the cost of keeping Kanu in prison higher than the cost of letting him go, essentially putting Nigeria's adherence to global human rights standards on trial in the heart of the United Kingdom. Tracking these massive legal shifts and bringing you the absolute truth about the maneuvers happening in the background requires a tremendous amount of daily investigative research and a commitment to factual storytelling. If you find incredible value in this straight-to-the-point breakdown of the international pressure building against the presidency, please take a quick moment right now to hit the like button on this video. Liking the video is the most effective way to help the YouTube algorithm push this vital information to millions of other Biafrans and Nigerians who are tired of being kept in the dark about our leaders' international standing. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell immediately so you never miss a single update in this 30-day countdown to the London lawsuit. Your incredible support is the foundation of this independent newsroom, giving us the power to continue tracking these massive legal shifts and delivering the absolute truth directly to your screen with zero bias. By subscribing, you become part of a community that demands accountability and refuses to let high-stakes legal drama be buried by the daily news cycle. The legal experts involved in this London initiative have described this 30-day ultimatum as the final opportunity for the Nigerian government to resolve the matter gracefully without resorting to heavy litigation. They are focusing heavily on the fact that Kanu's conviction by the Federal High Court in Abuja does not erase the initial illegality of his kidnapping from Kenya, which the UN has already ruled upon. In their view, the Nigerian government is currently in a state of ongoing breach, and the London courts provide a competent jurisdiction to compel compliance through international enforcement mechanisms. This could involve everything from diplomatic sanctions to the freezing of certain offshore assets if the court finds that Nigeria is willfully ignoring its ratified treaty obligations. The presidency is now facing a grueling decision-making process. Either maintain the hardline stance of the domestic judiciary or pivot to a diplomatic resolution to avoid a messy and public legal defeat in the United Kingdom. As the clock ticks down towards the middle of May, the eyes of the global legal community are fixed firmly on Aso Rock to see if the administration will buckle under the weight of this international ultimatum or prepare for a prolonged battle in the British courts. This entire situation brings us to a very deep and necessary discussion about the limits of national sovereignty versus international law. When a team of international lawyers threatens to take a sitting Nigerian president to a UK court over the treatment of a political prisoner, do you believe this is a necessary step to ensure that human rights treaties are actually respected, or do you view it as a violation of Nigeria's right to handle its own internal security matters? Furthermore, after 5 years of detention and a life sentence, do you think a political release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only way for Nigeria to save face on the international stage, or should the government continue to defend its position in every court possible? I am genuinely eager to read your personal, honest, and detailed perspectives on this massive development. Go straight down to the comment section right now and share your thoughts on whether you believe this 30-day ultimatum will finally be the turning point that Biafrans have been waiting for since 2021. Your voice is a critical part of this national and international conversation about justice, law, and the future of our country's global reputation.